Today we're looking at Omar Rodríguez-López's new album called Nom De Cabal. Omar is best known for his contribution in bands such as At the Drive-In, the Mars Volta, Bosnian Rainbows, and Anti-Mask, and he has most definitely made his mark in genres like post-hardcore, what was the other genre? Progressive rock, and then also with this new record he's exploring new grounds in more experimental and avant-garde music. He has included that type of genre in his previous projects as well, but probably not as much as in this record. Just so you know, if you haven't checked out At the Drive-In or the Mars Volta, man, you're missing out, okay? You gotta check out those bands. Anyways, Omar's new solo album consists of 9 tracks that ticks in on, I think it's on 39 minutes in total. And the first thing that I want to say about the sound of this album is that it's very weird. But then again, what can you expect from a guy who releases 12 albums consistently over a period of 6 months? I mean, that's insane. And for the guy himself, I hope that all of these albums have good quality. What more can you say about the guy? He's very productive, but at the same time, I've never heard about any artists who have done that, release like 12 albums over 6 months. Weird. First thing that you can notice when you listen to this album is that it's really, really noisy. There's this noisy theme to the whole album from start to finish. There's always one noisy sample, guitar track, synth that goes on through the song that keeps this whole theme going on and on and on. For example, on the first track you can hear this sizzling, distorted sound that goes according to the drums. It follows the same rhythm pattern, and it almost sounds like free-flowing electricity or something. There's also this guitar layer in the background that creates this disharmonious feel to the whole song. Kind of makes the whole album a bit hard to digest. I mean, personally, I've listened to the album for maybe 5 or 6 times now from start to finish, and it's really hard for me still to remember any of the songs there. So yeah, it's hard to digest, I guess. Another thing that creates a bit of confusion when you listen to this album is that there is no coherent song structure, or no traditional song structure, I should say, in many of the songs. So for example, we'll take the first track, which is called Bitter Sunsets, and the second track. No, I think this is in the start of Bitter Sunsets, if you skip to 1 minute into the song, you will hear something that sounds a bit like a transfer from a verse to a chorus, but is it? After that 1 minute mark, there is a slight change in the song, but then again, it just follows the same loop, the same melody, the same sequences to the end of the song. Here and there, the drum pattern changes a bit, and you can hear that some of the synths are going in and out and changing a bit as well. But other than that, there's no hook that kind of grabs you in and leaves you with a memorable melody, or just I don't know, it's like the whole song is just flowing and flowing and flowing, and then it's over. The third track, Healed and Raised by Wounds, starts out with this Death Grips-ish synth, and then it is followed by a very punchy drum line and some semi-melodic, semi-noisy guitar playing chords. With this song as well, I feel like the instruments are changing a bit here and there, and you can especially hear this on the drums, but it's more like a free flow from start to finish. There's very little traces of any traditional song structure here, and what you're left with is this whole big piece of noise, instrumentation, and progression that really is not compartmentalized into any verses, choruses, pre-choruses, and so on. It's just one whole raw piece of music. Now, as a contrast to those early songs, we have songs that come later in the album, such as Riot Squid and Nom De Guerre. Now, these two songs lean a little bit more towards that traditional song structure. They both have a verse and a chorus, ish. And you'll also notice that there's more focus here on creating a hook and a melody. You can definitely hear this in the repeating, melodic yet dark guitar riff on Riot Squid, and also on the very linear and calm synth and guitar playing on Nom De Guerre. In short, most of the songs on this record lean more towards the more off-the-cuff, avant-garde, experimental sound, but at the same time, they're on the borderline. Some of the songs have this traditional, they have traces of this traditional song structure, but a lot of them are just very free-flowing and non-compartmentalized. Now, to be honest, I haven't really listened that much to experimental and avant-garde music. I have listened to some, but not that much. So if I was going to compare Nom De Guerre Cabal to any other artists, I would probably mention like Dillinger Escape Plan or Fantomas. Then again, these bands are very, very different from what Omar has created here, but at the same time, what they're similar in, sorry, I can't find the word. What they're similar in is the fact that they're all touching on this avant-garde experimental part of music. I have to say that it was interesting to take a deeper step into this type of music, but my overall impression of this record in general, the overall experience that I got from it isn't really that good. Maybe I don't like this music because I'm still very new to it. I'm not sure. But then again, I'll continue to explore more music like this, and maybe if I'm building up some momentum with genres and music like this in the future, maybe I will look different at this album later on my path in music, or whatever you want to call it. So at this point, I would probably compare this album, Nom De Guerre Cabal by Omar Rodríguez-López. I would compare it to a squash, carrot, and oat smoothie juice. Not very good. In other words, I'm giving it a 5. And yeah, that is basically it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please leave me a comment down below of what you guys think about this album, if you ever listened to it. What would you compare it to? What do you think about this review? What do you think about me? What do you think about the video in general? Let's have a chat, all right? Take care, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you like this video, if you like my content, and I hope to see you later. Stay tuned.